This is Lloyd Lofton. Today we're going to look at Facebook ads. We're going to look at how you create a Facebook ad and how you look at your results of your Facebook ad. So let's go to my Facebook page. And one of the things I want to point out to you is on the right-hand side of the screen here where you see my mouse moving around is where you find news feeds. And these are paid ads that are on here. And this is where the ads will show up when you run an ad. On the left-hand side, you'll notice here, you've got my name, edit profile, news feed, and then you'll see ad manager. So once you run an ad, the ad manager will be on your page all the time for you. Now the difference between here and if I click my name, that is your home page on Facebook. And that is where you do the editing of your page. And when I click home here, this goes to my news feed. So your ad manager will always be into your news feed. Let's click on Ads Manager. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the results of some ads I've already got up there. And then we'll walk through how to create an ad. So you'll notice here on the screen it shows underneath my name for the account, you'll notice it shows the amount spent in the last 7 days. You'll see that I have set for about $25 a day, and you'll see each day about how much is spent. And then down the right-hand side down here, let's get rid of this little box here, you'll see the company, the campaign name, the delivery. You see I've got one ad that's active, and you'll receive the results. So the conversion on that ad, that means the number of people that actually clicked on the ad is 3,206, and that's out of 27,463 people the ad was served to. That ad cost me about 16 cents a piece. You can't get better than that. And the amount I've spent so far is about $517. So you might be asking, what's that in terms of a rate of return? So on this chart here, this is going to show that it's about 2.9% results rate. And that's not bad. That's a pretty good rate of return. If you do a direct mail campaign, you're going to get about a 1% to 1.5% return rate. So that's a pretty good return rate. Now let's go over here to the Create the Ad in the top right-hand side. I'm going to click this tab here, Create Ad. And there's a few things I want to point out to you. One is it starts off by giving you the opportunity to choose the objective for your campaign. So for example, you can boost post. You use this page to create engagement for the post that you put on your page. You can click this objective to promote your page. So if you want to get people to your web page, your Facebook page, you can use this one to send people to your website. That's where you embed your web address in there and send people to your website. That's probably the one we're going to do today. You can use this one to increase conversions to your website. So this gives you a code you put on the header of your website, and you track the conversions of the people that went to your website. You can get installs of your app if you're an app creator. You can increase the engagement of the apps that you create. You can reach people near your business, so you can set a perimeter of where you want this ad to be served to so that people that are in a certain radius of your business will see the ad, and that will drive floor traffic for you. You can also raise attendance at your event. If you're going to have a webinar or some other kind of event, you can use this to raise attendance there. And then you can get people to claim any offer that you have. You can have a 2-for-1 offer or a 50% discount. You can use that ad. And you can get video views. So if you've got videos you want to post up there, YouTube or Vimeo or other videos, you can use this ad function here to get more video views. So I said we're going to send people to a website. So let's click on this link here. And then I'm going to click up here in the top left hand, open a new tab. I'm going to type in the website I want to send people to. It'll take a second for that website to load. I want it to load the web address so that it gets the full web address. And then I'm going to copy it. Now this is my membership sales training website. So people are going to go to this website and they're going to look at the offerings there. The motto of this website is if you want to make more, you got to get better. It makes sense, doesn't it? So this is complete sales training, management training. What we do is we coach individuals to sell better and get better results. So I'm going to copy the web address right here, and I'm going to close that out. And then I'm going to right click on my mouse and I'm going to paste that web address in there. And I'm going to click on it. Now what Facebook is going to do is going to go out there and pull my web address in there. And it'll give me a chance to pick the pixels I want to use. So these pixels are what I would use to put in the web page. So when people go there, I know that they came to the web page from this website. So I'm going to pick the Lloyd Lofton pickle. And then you click continue. So we're going to pick continue on here. And then what this is going to do is open up all the different options we can have for this ad. Now we're going to build the ad. The first thing I want to point out to you is that the locations for this ad right now is the United States, the entire country. So you enter one or more countries or regions or zip codes, and then that's the area that your ad's going to be served to. You'll notice when we do the United States that it shows that the ad's going to be served to 186 million people. But we could target it a little bit better, because not all 186 million people are necessarily going to be interested in a membership website and learning how to sell better and manage your business better, learn how to use Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and all those kind of things. So 186 million people probably are not going to click on this ad. I want to scale it down so I can have it more predictable and target people that are more likely to have an interest in the ad. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here where it says ages, and I'm going to change my age range to the age range of people that would be in the sales business that would be more likely to have an interest in learning how to sell better, manage their business better, learn more effective marketing tips. So that would be people 25 years old, and I'm going to say that it's going to be up to people that are 55. You're going to have people that are in their second career. You're going to have your boomerang careers, people that are moving from one industry and making a lateral move to a different industry. And I'm also going to serve it to all men and women. You'll notice that when I change that to 25 to 55-year-olds, that our reach dropped down to 114 million. Now, I'm in Georgia, so what I'm going to do, since I'm going to be having some classes that I teach out at Chattahoochee Technical Institute. At the technical college, I teach sales and management courses. So I'm going to go ahead and put Georgia here, and I'm going to target this ad specifically for the state of Georgia, because once people go to the website, then I will capture their information, and then I will invite them to attend the class at Chattahoochee Technical College. So now we see that we've gone down from 118 million people to 4,100,000 people. And that's a little bit more targeted to what I'm looking for. Now there's a few other things you can do here with Facebook. You can click on the demographics and you can pick people based on relationships, education, work, financial. So for example, financial would be income or net worth. Their work would be employers, job titles, industries. So I could target specific industries if I wanted to do that. For example, if I wanted to target people, let's go down here to installation and repair. If I wanted to target people in management, in military, or sales. If I target people in sales, I want to point out what happens is I go from 4 million people that this ad is focused to 290,000 people. So I probably won't get that specific, since the sales and marketing and management training that's on my membership site is across multiple industries. I don't want to rule people out. I want to rule them in. So I'm probably not going to do that. But that shows you how you can pick the demographics and be very specific. You can also pick interest. Facebook can help you reach specific audiences based on their interests or activities. You can also target predictable buying behavior. So people who purchase specific type of products or devices, or they have a certain type of utilization of products or devices in a certain industry, you can certainly be more targeted. So if you have a product that is specific to a niche market, you can target that market really well with Facebook. And you can add other categories in there. So for example, if I click on Browse, I can engage gardeners, I can engage a simulation of card games and there's a whole bunch of different type of things you can do with Facebook in terms of more categories. And then you can look at connections. Now here's the thing. You could target people that are already like your Facebook page. So people who like your page, but I probably wouldn't target people who already like my page because they already know about what we do. But I might target their friends. So friends of people who like our Facebook page, I might want to target them. That means the ad would be served up to the friends of the people that have already liked our Facebook page. And then I could exclude people who like our page. So in other words, if I don't want the ad served up to people who have already liked our page, then I could exclude them. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with what I have just to make this ad a little bit simple for you. Now this says your audience has been changed from the United States to Georgia, and that's good. It's good to know that we've changed that, but I'm going to keep that because that's what I'm looking to do. We're going to target people aged 25 to 55. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a budget. With Facebook, you can click the down arrow next to budget, and you can set a lifetime budget. That means that this ad will run until that $1,500 is spent. But what I usually do is I usually like to set a daily budget. And the reason I like to set a daily budget is I like to go in and watch the results of the ad. And then that way I can make adjustments in real time and resubmit the ad and then see what the results are to make sure I'm getting the best effect of it. Now you'll notice that when I set a daily budget, I'm going to change this figure here. I usually do $25 a day. But on this particular ad, I'm going to do $10 a day because I already have a $25 a day ad running. But when I do $10 a day for my budget, you'll notice on the right-hand side it said estimated daily reach, 1,700 to 4,400 people on Facebook. So out of that 4,100,000 people, it's going to serve this ad up to about 1,700 to 4,400 people a day. That means that for that $10 a day, I'm getting exposure to that number of people. I can run my ad to set continuously starting today, which is what I'm probably going to do. Or you could, going a little bit closer here, you could set a specific start date. So you could pick your calendar and you could pick a date anytime that you wanted to start it, including the time of day, and you can pick a date that you want it to end. So regardless of whether you're going to do a lifetime budget or you want to do a budget that's based on having that ad run for a certain period of time, it gives you the opportunity to really manage the market that you're reaching for and manage the budget. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here to run my ad set continuously starting today. But you'll notice when we set the ad for a start and end date, what defaults to is October 22nd. That's the last time I ran an ad based on a start and end date, and November 22nd. And you'll see that I will spend a total of $310. So what's great about Facebook is you can budget how much you want to spend, and then you can adjust how that money is spent and how those ads are presented to people, and you can track your results in real time. And what I like to tell people is I like to correct at the point of deviation. So when I see the results deviating, then that's when I'm going to make some adjustments. Now the other thing that you can do is you can optimize for link clicks to website, in other words, pay per impressions. You can get link clicks to website, pay per link click. In other words, they'll deliver your ad to people who are more likely to click the link in your ad, and then you'll pay per link. You can use daily unique reach. In other words, they'll serve the ad to people up to once per day, and you can pay for number of impressions. Now, this first option here, delivering your ad to people who are more likely to click the link in your ad, and you'll pay per impression. Now, what's the difference between paying for impression and paying for them clicking the link? Well, I just don't want them to see the ad. I want them to actually click the link in my ad. So I'm going to pick that one there. But you'll notice when we do that, it doesn't change the estimated number of people that are going to receive that ad every day. Oops, let me go out a little bit more. There we go. It's not going to change the number of people that will see my ad every day. It only targets people that are more likely to actually click the link in my ad, which is what I want to do. Now, you can have the ad run all the time. The other option you can do is you can run the ad on a schedule. I like to just run the ad all the time because I want to correct the point of deviation. In other words, I want to correct it in real time. And then you can figure out what type of delivery that you want. Do you want standard? In other words, show the ad throughout the day? Or do you want accelerated, share your ad as quickly as possible? What I like about showing the ad throughout the day is people tend to have a habit of visiting Facebook as a part of their habit. So if they go to it in the morning and they don't go to it the rest of the day, then they'll go to it every morning about the same time. Other people will visit Facebook 3 or 4 times a day. Well, I like to have that ad run throughout the day because I don't know when someone that might be a target customer for me is actually going to look at Facebook. So this gives me the opportunity to increase the chances of them seeing my ad. Now, how do you want your ad to look? Well, you can create one ad with multiple images, or you can create a single image or a video in your ad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click a single image, and you'll notice down here that I have an image that I've already used before, and there's the image right there. So that's the image that's going to be in my ad. Now, you can add another image in there. So I'll go to where I keep my logos, and I'm going to add another image just so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to put our logo in there, and then there it is. So you can add the images on there. Now, Facebook will tell you the image size. The recommended image size is 1200 by 628 pixels, and they're really particular about it. So you want to follow the guidelines they have, or your ad's going to be denied. And then what text links do you want to use? Well, I want to use my Facebook page. So what Facebook does is give you the opportunity to use the Facebook page that you already have as part of your ad. So you'll see that I've got a 7-Figure Sales Tools Facebook page. I'm going to click that, and then here's the headline, 7-Figure Sales Tools. The text is Sales Training Tools, membership website, helping you to grow a 6-figure income and a 7-figure business. So what I'm going to say is let's see, there we go. What am I doing wrong here? Your ad will always show the first 90 characters of text. Extra characters may not be displayed. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take out this part of it because it's only going to show those 90 characters. There we go. That took care of it. Then I want a call to action button. And what do I want people to do? Well, I want them to go to my membership site. So I want them, when they get to the membership site, to sign up. So I'm going to click sign up. And now you see my ad over here, right there. There's the image. I can crop the image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that down a little bit. And I'm going to crop that image and then click done. And it's going to reconfigure the image in there. Now you'll notice just below that I've got marked mobile news feed. So if people are on their smartphone, they'll see the ad. And I've got desktop right column. I showed you that when we first started the call. So I've got the ads that will show up right there in the news feed. And then I've got it in the audience network. So we've got a good opportunity for this ad to be seen by how many people? Well, this ad's going to be served up to about 1,700 to 4,400 people a day. And the total potential reach is 4,100,000. Now, those 4,100,000 won't be reached if I don't run the ad for long enough time to reach them. But based on what I'm spending $10 a day, I think we're going to get a pretty good result from this. So we're not actually going to run the ad right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the, we don't want to, let's see, there we go. I want to go back to the page that shows you the results. And you'll see here on the results that the cost of my ads are about 16 cents a piece. And then down here, you can actually pull up and see how many people converted on the ad, how many people are reached, what my cost is, and what my budget was. So that shows you how to create an ad, and it shows you how to track your ads. And what I want to do is invite you to go to the website, 7-Figure Sales Tools, and then see how that ad works. Talk to you later.